on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
13 yards remaining on second down. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And that's incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
And he comes back with one complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here, 1st and 10. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It goes without saying, you've got to be careful in this part of the field. If you get rid of it in the end zone and you're not out of the tackle box, that's a safety. Here, he's clearly out, and he's able to throw this one away.
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
Come on.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's got his target. That's complete. There he goes, right side. How about this? Terry McLaurin, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Terry McLaurin with career touchdown number 70. And the Bucs have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Wishnowski set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all day? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. They'll send the tight end in motion. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first and 10, it's Robinson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. When you look at this defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a third down coming up. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, Robinson. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown. And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Here's second and 10. Back to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. The run on third and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth. They'll set up a throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have got it. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, I think there was a lot of surprise from the kicking team there. After the block, they kind of froze and then realized, oh, wait, they can return this, and they returned it all the way.
And you know why they froze? Not often do you get that second sound, right? There's the kick, you hear that, and then there's that second thud when there's a block. That's when people freeze and they have to realize where the ball is. They picked it up and took it the other way.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Ready.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. James Pierce in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
Here we go. Panther 60. Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Down to the 10. And out of bounds all the way down to the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
So often we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Go! COVID-19, go!
Robinson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here we go, set.
Again, it'll be Robinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play.
A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Come on, come on. Come back to you. Drop 79 Broncos. Go.
They'll drop the throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Back to throw again. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Now this airmail to the sideline, it's incomplete. And there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down.
70 Lions. 19 Lions. Ready, right?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Let's go. 10 for 11. 19.
They're going to try and throw. Here's one deep for Pickens. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half.
Man, I had to grow up. That's why I never
A one-point game through 2 quarters as we get rolling here in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that... over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football. And now the team trailing here, we're starting with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
2nd and 4. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They're going to look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's got it inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown. But he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
Cowboy 80.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, but it sets up 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
19 Lions.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. And his kick here is good. And they have regained the lead. And they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail,
and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup.
Once again, it's Irvin. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll try and run here with Irving. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Buccaneers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
70, 60.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, 63 yards. And the Falcons are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the...
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw here. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Falcons 23.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Cup 19. Come on. Hey. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th.
Dragon 60. Ready. 7 Pirates. Hawk 70.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop the thrower. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, Not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
2nd and 1. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Over the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
They'll look to throw again. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Christian Wilkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Bucs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
2nd and 3. This ball down the field for Pitts. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Robinson will try to pick it up. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 15. 1st down.
They'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
That's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Here we go. This is 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
And the Falcons first down. First and goal.
He'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And the Bucs will take over here at their own 12-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
19 Lions.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Here's one deep for Pickens. It got his man complete. He's to the 15. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. George Pickens, 87 yards. And the Bucs are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Bucs will set up for the two-point conversion.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for the Buccaneers, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the playoffs look to be out of reach now.